what's happening is he's in his study because he's rich.
Yeah.
So he has a study.
Yeah.
And he's like slumped in this chair, not unlike this chair, right? And he's got this bell that his kind of hand is on. And he's like, if I ring this bell, Gordon will come. Another of your gifts to me, Father. You know? And he's like, but I'd rather die than waiting any longer.
Damn.
And you get the idea of what he's waiting for, because he explains he needs to figure out this missing piece of the puzzle. He needs to figure out how to make the criminals of the city terrified and not want to commit crime.
Sure.
He'd rather die bleeding out than not have it solved. So he's giving himself like, this is it. This is the ultimatum.
Sure.
Like,
it's symbology because like one guy beating up a bunch of town is not a symbol.
Yeah.
Right.
He's like, what do I do?
Yeah.
You know? And as he's thinking that, and he's like, what do I do, Father? How do I make them afraid? You know, he's like talking to his dad who's dead.
Yeah.
He sees a bat start flying up to his window, right?
Here it is.
And he's like, I remember these. I was afraid of these. And it crashes through his window and doesn't even get cut because comics.
Yep.
But not because comics. There's actually a reason for that, and it won't be answered for another 30 years. 87, okay. So 29 years. 87, 2016, you find out who that bat is. It's got a whole bat story. I was going to say backstory.
Yeah.
But it's got a whole bat story. Its name's Jimmy, Stephen, wife, kids. It's got a nephew. No, none of that, but it's cool. We'll get to it.
Sure. There's some secret to the bat.
The bat's something.
Okay.
Bat's awesome. So anyway, bat crashes through the window and he's like, I get it now. I know what I need to do to make them afraid. I need to become the bat. And he picks up the bell and rings it.
Nice. Okay, he solved his conundrum.
Yes. He was in a bit of a tiff.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I don't know if that's it.
Tiff is a fight, isn't it?
Yeah.
He was in a pickle.
It's also your sister's name shortened.
No, I don't think that's right.
Okay. Speaking of right and wrong, comment below if it's 6-1 or 6 of 1.
It's
Thanks.
6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
No. The comment is 6-1, half dozen to the other. So one person would say it's 6 and the other person would say it's half a dozen. It's just how they perceive it. To me, that's 6.
6
to
of
you,
1 is you have 6 of 1. What is 1? 1 is 1. So therefore you have 6 of something. Half a dozen of is also 6.
No, man. It's that one person
So
would...
it's 6 and 6. They're the same thing.
So like...
What we're actually saying right now, by the way, is 6 of 1, half a dozen of the other.
No, man. It's like if I said it's a fight and you're like, yeah, it was a tiff. And I'd be like, yeah, 6-1, half a dozen to the other. To me, I'd call it 6. You'd call it half a dozen. That's all it means.
No.
That's what it means. Comment below. Who's right?
He's wrong. Comment James is wrong.
Well, you can do that, but then you'd be wrong as well.
Then you're just saying comment below as to who's right. But then everyone who says you're wrong is also wrong.
Well, they'll use the internet, they'll Google it, and they'll find out that I'm right, and then they'll write that you're correct.
So,
Hey,
moving on.
Hey, I still love you.